So some of the biggest muscles that you can walk around with and look supremely huge is traps, calves, forearms, and all that jazz. Well, today we're going to talk about big traps and big checks and the exercises we use to build mountains under our ears. All right, the first exercise you don't see a lot of is the hanging kettlebell shrug. I like this exercise because it attacks the trap in a different way other than just going heavy. It's erratic. So those muscles have to get very, very unstable so that the amount of motor units that you're going to recruit to do this is very, very high as compared to just lifting it very, very heavy. So he's just going to put his hands wherever's comfortable on this. You could change your grip around no matter what you want to do. And then he's just going to think about pulling his shoulders to his ears. It's straight up in the air. Don't do any rounding or rolling. Just go straight up and straight down. The trick with this is trying to keep the bicep off. You want to almost flex your tricep, show off your tricep the entire time you do your shrug. This is going to enable this to grow and this to not get strained. Good. The next one is a reverse incline shrug. I like this because it builds the base. If you want a tall pyramid, you got to have a tall base. So these hit the bottom end of the trap, almost in the rhomboid area, and develop that really thick lower neck muscle to allow this stuff to grow upward. So this is really good for deadlifting and squatting, but also really good to make your traps pop on the back side. But you got to have a big base if you want to have a tall amount of trap muscle. Good. Now the next one is just shrugging for time. So we talked about this earlier, the repetition method. But what we're going to do is he's just going to go up and down like a regular shrug, but instead of counting, say, sets of 10 or 15 or 20, we're just going to go for an entire minute. So he started at 11:13:30 on the dot. So we're going to stop at 11:14:30, and he's going to shrug this the entire time. I like using time sets for hypertrophy because it really limits not only the amount of weight you can do, but it definitely turns on a lot of motor units doing so. 3, 2, and 1. Good. Okay, the next one is a snatch grip deadlift, but with a twist. This one is actually going to have a shrug off the ground to lift the weight off the ground and then deadlift it. You'll notice that a lot of Olympic lifters have really big traps and upper backs, and it's because they pull a lot of shit off the floor. But you have to engage the upper back and at least lock it in a neutral position and not let it round. So I got this from Olympic lifters, but this will work amazing for just building massive traps. So what he's going to do is he's going to go down and grab the bar. He's going to have his first finger on the ring, which is a very wide bench press grip, horribly wide for a deadlift. He's going to lift with the trap first, then he's going to deadlift it. Then he's going to set it back down and do it all over again. Shrug, lift. Good. Now as you can see, this is going to limit the amount of weight you can use, but it will make sure that your traps not only get super big, good, but also make sure that you can protect your back while you deadlift. A lot of people that start to deadlift don't have enough upper back strength and their legs are already medium strong, and then it causes their spine to start to have curvature, therefore create lumbar or thoracic spinal issues that have become murder to fix as you get stronger. So in this video, we've taught you how to get big traps. We've utilized a lot of the big exercises that I use and a modification of the deadlift in order to build massive traps. So don't forget, these muscles are a big deal when you want to get strong and look strong. So today I wanted to talk a little bit about training smart while aging, and I didn't think there was any better person to talk to than Stan Efferding. But when I train, I feel neurologically fatigued when I'm done with the workout, but if I had to, I could do that workout the next day.
Tried some of this earlier. It's absolutely crazy delicious. Yep. And this is a meal that I'll cook up in the morning. Takes, while I'm preparing the kids for school, and then I'll make a couple extras.
You're still going to be really strong when you're 65. Path of not only learning how to stay strong, but get insanely healthy at the same time.